Start your engines.
Hello, and welcome to this evening's Grand Prix. You join myself, Lemony Tang, in the commentary booth. This is the SSRL. It's the Silly Season Racing League. It's round 9 from Imola, and we look forward to a fantastic day's racing. It's a short qualifying, and we have a sprint as well. To follow on after is the feature. So it looks as if we're in Monza. Oh, okay. My apologies, I thought I was in Imola. Anyway, we'll get the old piece of paper out then for Imola as Daryl brings us around. Apologies for the thumbnail there. Sure, look, we're only human. Let's have a look-ski here. So, as we get down, sure, look. It looks as if we're winging it this evening. Imola, what a Grand Prix, the Temple of Speed. Started myself in 2012, an absolute fantastic place to go to. If you're a Tifosi fan, if you're a Formula 1 fan, if you are a speed demon, go to Monza. It is definitely one for the books. So, through the left, right and left of the final chicane, we await for Daryl to get going here. Really, he's having a very slow warm-up lap. We'll wait and see how he gets on around the rest of the lap. So through the final corner now, accelerating now all the way up to 220 mile an hour ish. 8th gear, DRS wide open, and we're already over 200 mile an hour, flat out down the main straight towards the braking zone for the first corner. Here we go, almost 220, nearly called it, almost. It was 219 into the first chicane. Now important to get a good exit through there towards Curva Grande. Now the flat out right hander in these cars, not really a straight, even side by side. Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel having tremendous battles over the years through there. Into the second chicane now. Hop, skip and a jump over the curves, and now into Tamburello. No, I don't think that's quite it. Into 1 and 2. And the DRS wide open now down the back straight towards the final chicane. This is local stuff here, so we'll wait and see the first lap. Down into the left, right and left. It's such a fast track around here. Definitely one to get your adrenaline going towards the final corner. Now, we were situated just on the left hand side, just before the braking zone. The cars were screaming into that corner, and then flat out through the exit here towards the line we go with Daryl for the first flying lap of this evening. It's a 120.818. So let me have a little look ski here. And I shall get a few things going quickly split. Okay. Apologies to everyone out there at this moment in time. Haha. Jesus. That was the Lesmos. What am I like? Just getting some notes in there. So, Monza, I tell you now, very good for the old track side of things. It's 11 corners, it's 5.7 kilometers, 3.6 miles. And as we jump back towards the timing screens and drivers out on track, I have a couple of notes here, which should hopefully keep me going for the end of the session. So, what are you meant to do with that one, eh? How are you doing? Hey, Rush, you absolute legend. And everyone out there, how are things? Don't forget, like and subscribe. But leave us now a comment underneath. Tell me who you think is going to get pole position for the Monza sprint race. As we look at Jolly Boy John flying towards the Ascari chicane through the left, right, and left again onto the back straight towards Parabolica. Right on board of the Scuderia driver, you can almost hear the crowd cheering as he starts and finishes his first run here towards the final corner, and through it now we go, and towards the line it's 8th position for Jolly Boy on a 120.9. So the lap times are tumbling already, ticking fast. Andy is provisionally on pole on 119.4. Then Mr. Welter right behind at a 119.5. So it's even Stevens pretty much at the top of the timesheets there. We'll jump down to Quincy. No, he's coming to the pit lane. Okay, so here's the next one out here. It's T-Bran. We'll have a look at T-Bran in the Williams. Hopefully he can get a good result here this evening. He's always looking for some solid points as T-Bran. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out for him, but hopefully this evening he can come away with a good handful of points here. T-Bran through the final corner to start his flying lap, his first flying lap of this evening. DRS wide open towards the first chicane. Hard on the brakes, almost like throwing an anchor out there. Navigates that nicely. Good acceleration zone as well. No issues on the back. Oh my word, Jolly Boy's got an illegal blocking. There might be a bit of a rail going on out here, is there? Yes, there is. The two Ferraris are not in a good. How does Jolly Boy? That's. Anyway, won't worry about that one. Into Lesmo 1 and 2 goes T-Bran. Quincy is retired from the session with no lap time. Is he crashed out there? I'm not quite sure. Issues happening here, but we'll worry about that afterwards. T-Bran riding on board under the bridge into the Ascari chicane. Look at this, a quick downshift and swing it in left, right and left. If you did not have a rear wing, you are having a monumental accident through that corner. The commitment these guys are having is phenomenal. Towards the final corner now, Parabolica. Early apex, and it opens up on the exit. And it's an acceleration zone into the line. It's a 120.6. Into 7th goes T-Bran. Happy days for himself with that one. Who's next across the line? It's going to be Rush Naziri, the Alpine. Clipping that apex curve on the inside. Not running wide either, so minimizing the amount of track they have to use. And into 2nd goes Rush Naziri on a 119.5. He is absolutely flying out there. Let's have a look at Pleasant Snake now. We've got a few heavy hitters out here at the moment. He's only started his lap, so Kismikus, another one of the heavy hitters back in the mid-pack here, always battling for the bottom bit of the points. Can Kismikus get a good lap in, which will set him up the field? He's improving race by race, lap by lap, and in fairness, a lot better than I ever will be. So Kismikus into the Ascari chicane with some traffic up in front, not exactly helping him out here. Definitely distracting, but fair play to the Red Bull. Gets out of the way very sharpishly there. And into the final corner, downshifting only 2 gears there for Kismikus, so he's keeping the rear in check on the exit towards the line here. And into 13th and a 122.4. So that looked pretty solid to me. I don't know where he's kind of losing the lap time there, perhaps earlier on in the lap maybe. Anyway, Pleasant Snake towards the line now to finish his first run. And what can he do? Into 11th only for the Alfa Romeo driver, so he won't be happy with that one. Well, not one bit. But as he keeps out of the way, it's a good solid banker lap in there anyway. There's an Aston Martin flying down the main straight. That could be Mr. Welter, is it? Mr. Welter at the third position. It is indeed. Andy goes top of the timing sheets. Fair play on a 119.1. So there's more lap times coming here. There's Andy. Andre Nan. Andre Nan. Oh, who is this up in front? Ah, what is that? Not a happy camper is Andernan, and he's going to show his displeasure. He is indeed with the Williams. Sneaky suspicion that was Kismet there, not keeping an eye in his mirrors. But it can happen to the best of us around this speed drone. So we've got some people still out there. Mr. Welter, is he coming in or is he staying out? He's coming in. He's backed off there. Scott's on one out here in the sister Aston Martin. What can Scotty do? Under the bridge for Scott towards the Scary chicane. In the Aston Martin, clipping out them gears. And the commitment is phenomenal once again by Scott. And all of these drivers towards the final corner now. A lot of straights on this track, as you can imagine. Not much wing on these cars either. So you really want to set yourself up for the main straights here. Towards the line goes Scott with 5 minutes and 50 odd seconds left on the clock. And he improves to 5th. Don't think he jumped up anything, but he definitely gained but 5/10 on that lap. Truckster's up here as well. What can Truckster do in this Red Bull? Into second goes Truckster. So a fantastic effort from the Red Bull driver into second at a 119.474. So there's more lap times coming here by a lot of drivers. Is that Kwan out here? Let's have a look at Kwan. Up in front, but it is Kwan. Have a look at Kwan in the Alpine. One of the only drivers yet to set a lap time. Quincy's retired already, so he is starting last. If anything else happens, Herman is on a flyer at the moment. Skid solos into pits. So Kwan comes towards the line, flat out in the acceleration, and into 7th for Kwan on a 120.2. Herman towards the line. What can Herman do? Only 7th from our champion here. So 119.8, perhaps just a banker lap there. We'll have a look at the tyres. It is a set of softs, so we'll worry about that one later. 4 minutes and 30 odd seconds left on the clock. There's not much time left for these guys to get these lap times in. It is a sprint race as well, so we've got a sprint and a 50% feature, which is fantastic this evening. And I'm delighted to be with you guys all the way through. This is the SSRL, it's Silly Season Racing League, round 9 from Imola, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. So, who is on one? Jolly Boy looks like he's flying out there in the Ferrari. He is indeed. Into Lesmo 2 on a good exit there. Not too great though. Got a flag sector 3 through the chicane. Scary right in here. Do we have enough ERS to continue on? I don't think we do. I think Jolly Boy is coming in for a new set of tyres here. He is indeed. He's definitely backed out of it now. Oh, no Sebo. Very deep on the brakes there for no Sebo. Gets a stop though. And gets around the first corner. We'll have a look at the Red Bull driver here. We haven't had a look at no Sebo all day long. That'd be rude not to. So, towards the second chicane. Famous incidents. Mika Hakkinen retiring out there. Years gone by. Many moons ago. True, Lesmo 1. And now Lesmo 2. Ever so slightly faster is Lesmo 2. Trying to keep the rear end in check on the exit. perhaps lost half a tenth there, but down the straight, under the bridge, towards Ascari we go. It's a quick chicane, left, right, and then left again. The tyres and the G-forces are screaming through there. And now down the back straight towards Parabolica. Oh no, he's backed out of it now, has the no Sebo, so he's not up, unfortunately, for himself. Darrell's on one out there. One of the only drivers as well out there, so we'll stay with Darrell. KismaKis is on one too, but he's only started one, so did you see how many cars are coming out of that pit lane? There's an absolute crocodile. It's almost like the safety cars being out here, but don't worry, it's only qualifying. Plenty of slipstream for these guys to try and have as Darrell navigates through the Ascari chicane for what perhaps could be his final time here this evening. Haas keeping well out of the way. And into Parabolica. Towards the final corner. And across the line goes Darrell into 8th position. The amount of people on an outlap now. Toberson's on one. Oh, who was that? That's Jolly Boy having an issue there through the chicane. I don't know what he's doing. He is stuck, is he? Not quite. No, Sebo's on a flyer here. There's a lot of people on outlaps. Toberson. Right. KismaKis has started a lap here. He's just finished a lap actually. And he's gained 3/10 into 16th. Good job. Energetic 6 trying it through Lesmos 1 and 2. I'm going to jump back up towards the likes of Andernan and Scott. We'll see how Andernan gets on. We've seen him getting blocked earlier on, and there's plenty of traffic about to come up to him now. Oh, look at this commitment by Andernan. He could be on for an absolute flyer here. As he starts to catch the pack up in front, they really need to keep out of his way. Double, and that's a distraction there by the Ferrari. That is Jolly Boy getting in the way. Oh no, sorry, it was Darrell getting in the way. Sorry, Jolly. So the lap times are coming thick and fast now. Andy's on one. Who is that? He's got someone right in front of him as well. This is like a Grand Prix mania here. Towards the chicane goes Andy. He's ran wide as Andy. He's not going to improve with that one. And it was Rush Naziri who was up in front. Darrell's crashed out of the qualifying. Cars keeping out of the way now. So Kwan disqualified for going the wrong way. That's a disaster for Kwan. The revs on Rush Naziri absolutely flying out here. Can he improve? He's on a flyer here. We've got other drivers on flyers as well behind. It's between Andy, Chugster's into pits, Rush Naziri, Herman, you have to say, might be onto one too. Scott as the checkered flag falls here in qualifying. Towards the line goes Rush Naziri. And he's gained 2nd position. Couldn't quite get provisional pole. Herman across the line in 2nd. Can't quite get provisional either. It's up to Mr. Wouter and Andernan. And the rest to try it on here. Mr. Wouter not going to improve. Is Mr. Wouter, and Andernan is backed out of it too. Jolly Boy into 10th position. And I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Andy gets provisional pole for the sprint race. Herman is in 2nd and Rush Naziri in 3rd. Congratulations to everybody there. That was unbelievable. So that is qualifying done and dusted with here this evening. And it's Andy who gets pole position for the sprint race. Herman joins him in second on the front row, with Rush Naziri in third and Truckster fourth, with Mr. Wouter your top five. Andernan in sixth, with Scott in seventh. Energetic 6 in 8th. Daryl 9th, and Jolly Boy John is your top 10. Pleasant Snake in 11th, with No Sebo 12th. Kovacs 13th, with T-Brand 14th. Torberson 15th, with Kissica 16th. Quincy did not set a time. Skid Solo did not set a time. Sinful did not set a time. And Kwan got disqualified. Disaster for the guys at the bottom of the table there. But congratulations once again to Andy, Herman and Rush Naziri, who gets first, second and third in qualifying. So this is going to be an interesting Grand Prix as we wait for the guys in the background there. We'll have a look at the driver standings. Herman the German leads the way on 125 points. Andy in second on 121. Joint second with Ivor as well on 121. Mr. Weather in fourth with Fellison, your top 5. So it's a good battle for the top 3. And it drops away just ever so slightly then. Fellison in 5th with Kovacs in 6th. Rush Naziri 7th with Pleasant Snake in 8th. The Danger Dave in 9th. And Jolly Boy John your top 10 in the championship. And you can see everyone has their own battles and their own priorities there. D Perez in 11th with Truckster 12th, and Andernan in 13th. Then we've got T-Bran in 14th with Ftronics, one of the reserves, in 15th. Skid Solo 16th, Quincy 17th with Teco in 18th. Daryl 19th. And Kwan, our top 20 in the championship. No Sebo in 21st, Torberson 22nd with Sinful 23rd, Energetic 6 in 24th with Kissunkas 25th, and Vinienzo in 26th. Quick rundown of the constructors here as well. Aston Martin leads the way on 210 points. Alfa Romeo in second on 168. Mercedes on 133. Haas in fourth on 131. And McLaren your top 5 on 61 there themselves respectively. So we'll jump back to the live timing here. As you can see, the drivers are making their way around on this sprint parade lap here this evening. Let's get the car. There we are indeed. And we'll get the weather there as well. So the weather is going to be sunny with a chance of clouds for these guys. So that's not going to really worry too much this evening. And then as you can see here, we'll just pull up some of them graphics for the rest of this evening. So, as Andy brings them to the grid once more, it's Andy in provisional pole with Herman in second, Rush Naziri in third. Sorry, Andy's on pole. Herman in second with Rush Naziri third. Truckster fourth with Mr. Wouter in fifth. Andernan 6th with Scott in 7th. Energetic 6 and 8th with Daryl 9th. And Jolly Boy John our top 10. Pleasant Snake in 11th with No Sebo 12th. Kovacs 13th with T-Bran 14th. Thomason 15th. Kissinger 16th. Quincy 17th with Skid Solo 18th. Sinful 19th. And Kwan our running order this evening. This is the SSRL. It's the Silly Season Racing League. Round 9 from Imola, brought to you by... Round 9 from Monza, brought to you by... The Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. We await the lights on the gantry here. We've got 3, 4, 5. And it's lights out. We are racing for the SSRL. Andy gets a good start there, but Herman getting pushed up on by Naziri towards the first corner. They're 3 wide into the braking zone. Do they get through safe and sound? A bit of contact with some Ferraris perhaps behind. But everyone giving each other space through there. Yellow flags are shown, but everyone seems to be doing well on the exit towards the chicane. Now, the second chicane for the first time. It's big battles here. Does Truckster pull out at the last second? No, he doesn't. Anyone else going to try it on into the chicane? The rest of the mid-pack here are battling ferociously into the chicane as they get through there unscathed towards Lesmo 1 and 2. We're still side by side of cars up in front. We're right on board of Scott here through the second Lesmo as we look at the Haas. Oh, nearly contact through the exit there. Kovaska has to back off there with Pleasant Snake. And now we're side by side with Tobelson here as well. Under the bridge towards Ascari for the first time. We're almost 3 wide into the braking zone. Does everyone get through here? Safe and sound. They do. But that is elbows out racing there if you've ever seen it. We're still side by side through the pack here. Nowhere T-Bron can go. Scott's on the inside there as we're into the braking zone. This is Medlem here as it looks as if Herman and Rush Naziri are battling hard up in front as well. The first time across the line. And there's 3 cars battling for second, third and fourth. But Andy is starting to pull away at the front here. Rush and Truckster's giving Rush Naziri the elbow squeeze there. But Naziri's still around the outside. Chukurva Grande has to pull in at the second exit there. Darrell and Andernan. Andernan is being passed. Everyone's starting to settle down on lap 2 with 9 on the sprint race. What a fantastic start to the race we've had. As the pack is very well and truly in slipstream central now. Trying to get a run on the cars up in front. How are them tyres looking? 8% on a few of these cars, so they're going to be struggling by the end of it. Let's have a look and see what everyone's on. A good mixture of mediums and softs in the race here this evening. So interesting to see how that strategy pans out. Truckster's on the back of Herman though. Lining Herman up. Oh, look at Herman catching the rear end through there. He just caught it. What a great save. But that gives Truckster the advantage. And then we're right on board of Herman. Can he get back up to speed? He is into the braking zone. Does he dive at the last second? No, not quite. Not close enough. Looks as if Toberson, though, there's a few drivers going hard at it into the braking zone. They are indeed. As they make their way through there. So, Truckster's past Herman. And Herman's right on the back of Truckster. Herman's having some awful issues with his tyres. He's already on 16% here. He's really going to be struggling by the end of it. Oh no, look at that. Truckster's wide. Crash! I can't believe it! Both of them are out of the race. Unbelievable! It's a safety car. Oh my word! Truckster loses the rear on exit. Herman cannot arrest the car quick enough, and that is how it goes in the race. That is a disaster. Let's have a look at the replay. Both drivers seem to be okay. A little bit shaken, not stirred, but they're all right. Let's have a look at that as a full replay. That was a very interesting accident there, how it all folded out. So we've just seen the pass with Herman and Truckster in the final corner, but through the chicane there you can see Herman is still a little bit loose on the rear, but he's got grip through the second part of the Lesmos. You'll see the Red Bull running wide here as we ride on board. Wide is the Red Bull, dips the wheel into the wall, into the grass I should say, and crash into the wall they go. Let's have a look at that one more time and we'll see what it says here. One moment. Now, so we'll bring that up just ever so slightly. So two Lesmo 1, they're not too bad, but it's Lesmo 2. We're riding on board with the Alfa Romeo here, and you can see just in front the Red Bull is ever so slightly wide, runs a little bit to the left of that apex, gets a little bit of dirt on the tires, and is running wide here as well on the curve. You can see the curve has just unsettled the car, loses the rear. The Red Bull driver now is going to lift off to try and correct it. And in fairness, that is Dodge Central. That is so dodgy. And then the Aston Martin just comes along and clatters into the back of him. Let's have a look at one more time. So there's the moment of loss of control by the Red Bull. Good save, but again, another loss of control. A tank slaps back to him. The Aston Martin driver cannot get out of the way in time, and that's the moment of contact. They both shoot off to the left and crash out of this Monza sprint race. Absolute disaster for the two of them. Bit of news from some of the drivers there in the comments. Scott has had a bit of an issue with his wheel and he's had to restart, so that's why he has dropped all the way down to 16th. I wonder if he can get a good comeback here this evening. Who is that? Kwan having a bit of fun with the drivers around him. Let's pull up the live time in here and see what she's saying. Wherever that is. Nope. Here we are. So you can see we are under safety car here. Andy leads the way. We're rushing Ziri in second. Mr. Welter third. Darrell in fourth. I'm going to pull up the rest of the guys because this is giving me some weird names. So we won't worry about that one. So back to the action here. It's Andy who leads the way. Rush Naziri in second with Mr. Welter in third. Darrell in fourth with Andernan in fifth. Energetic 6 in sixth. Jolly Boy John in seventh with Quincy 8th. Pleasant Snake in ninth. And Kovaska, your top 10 this evening. The No Sebo in 11th with Torbenson in 12th, Sinful 13th, with Kwan 14th, Kismakus 15th, Scott with his reset wheel in 16th, T-Brand 17th, and Skid Solo our top 18 runners. Herman and Truxer have crashed out of the race. So the safety car is in at the end of this lap, and we look forward to getting back under racing conditions. It's up to Andy when to go here. A long slipstream towards the front first corner, so can Rush keep with him here? That's going to be the question. Jolly Boy and Co pulling out of the line behind. And we're accelerating now. It looks as if Andy's brought them back to green flag racing. Rush Naziri is right there. Mr. Welter as well in the slipstream is Rush Naziri. We're right on board of the Alpine driver towards the braking zone of turn 1. We pull out to the slipstream, to the braking zone, to the inside. Hard on the brakes here. We're side by side through the first corner. In through the exit of the chicane as well. We're still side by side on the exit. Rush Naziri has the elbows out and he's going to go through the inside. And Grover Grande to take the race lead and the safety car restart. What a phenomenal maneuver. Mr. Welter going to try and join him as well, but can't quite get there. Look at Rush. He's so loose into the braking zone, pushing ever so hard on these soft tyres. Can he keep it together? That's going to be the question. The rest of the field making their way through as well. Quincy and Jolly Boy side by side, so they get through there. Nicely done. Oh, there's somebody into the wall. That's Pleasant Snake out of the race. Disaster by Pleasant Snake, and it's another safety car. Two Alfa Romeos have ended up at the same corner, crashed out on two different sides of the track. Disaster. And it's only the sprint race, ladies and gentlemen. I still have to keep my voice for the full race this evening. I'm already wrecked. Excuse me. Let's have a look at that one on the replay. See if we can see what's after happening here. So we look at the leaders through Lesmo 1 and 2. And in the background, we're going to see an Alfa Romeo spinning to the inside and crashing out of the Grand Prix. There we are. It's Pleasant Snake into the wall and out he goes. Lost the rear end on that curb on the exit. T-Brand saved it. Pleasant Snake lost it. That's what's out there. Sorry, Truckster saved it. and got collected by Herman with the save almost, and then Pleasant Snake has just gone to the inside. There he is there. Crash out of the race, which brings out the latest safety car. Unfortunately for Alfa Romeo, they're going to have a very hefty build this evening, and they've got to get the rest of the cars ready. Both cars have to be rebuilt for this feature race coming up soon. T-Brown, Scott, Kiss all on a brand new set of softs here. Everyone else on 6-lap old. Well, Skip Solo's on 3-lap old mediums. He's looking saucy in 11th. He might be able to grab himself some points by the end of it. Hopefully the safety car's in at this lap, but I don't think so. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout at the end of this one. And that's going to be how it goes. Oh, the safety car is in at the end of this lap, so happy days. Scott and Co need to really try and catch up to the back of the pack here. If Rush Naziri was feeling anyway mean, he could probably just accelerate here and leave the guys at the back stuck forward. But anyway, it's up to Rush to bring us back to green flag racing. He passed Andy in the last safety car restart. When does he decide to go? That's going to be the question now. Not yet. He's brought them to 100 mile an hour now. And he's accelerated away now to bring us back to green flag racing. The rest of the pack get a good safety car restart as well. And I think Kiss is just about going to pick up the back of the pack here, which is great news. Down towards turns 1. Andy's in the slipstream, pulls to the outside into the braking zone, where it's going to be side by side once again into the braking zone. We are. And Andy retakes the race lead on this safety car restart. So it seems to be a bit of a bad luck omen to be leading back to green flag racing. But look at Mr. Welter now. Mr. Welter's starting to gain some momentum behind. Does he pull out at the last second? Not quite. And there's Darrell in fourth after catching up as well. So Lesmo 1 and 2 for the penultimate time here in the sprint race this evening. Everyone's starting to struggle on their tyres. That Fatari behind there. Quincy almost loses it. You see many drivers come a cropper through the second Lesmo on exit, but as the leaders make their way through Ascari here, I think everyone's pretty good for now. Andernan gets a 3-second time penalty. Koviska's crashed out of the race through Ascari. Unbelievable hard luck for the Haas driver. That's another car in the wall this evening. Another one in the hedge. But anyway, Mr. Welter's got a fantastic run here on Rush Naziri. Rush is going to try and get the run on Andy up in front as well. We're pulling to the inside on Rush, so he can't quite get there. And around the outside goes the Aston Martin, loose through there. And unfortunately dropped 7/10 now from the car up in front, so that did not work out at all. Scott into 10th position. Good restart by Scott. Gonna try and get himself some points. Skid Solo's been relegated to 11th, unfortunately. Darrell's crashed. He spun. Darrell spun and Rush Naziri has spun. What's happening here? I can't believe it. Just an absolute disaster for the race lead. People are going to have to let me know on the chat what's going on there, because that is the disaster. Mr. Welter pulls to the inside to give Andy back the race lead. What is after happening? I have no idea. The sprint race is well and truly trying to cat amongst the pigeons here. Mr. Welter's right in the back of Andy through the final corner. Let's have a look on board of Mr. Welter. Andy gives him the position. I'm not quite sure. They both suffering with damage. But anyway, they've sorted themselves out here. And it's going to be Mr. Welter to take the sprint race here this evening. Andy comes home in second. Energetic 6 in third position. What has to be his best result all season. A fantastic effort. Darrell home in fourth. And what happened at the end of that race? That's the question. Two drivers at the chicane, the second chicane, spun around. Issues for Darrell. Anyway, doesn't matter about that one. Mr. Welter takes the checker flag here this evening in the sprint race, and he says, "Wham bam, thank you, man." Andy comes home in second. The Energetic 6, your top three. They are the sprint podium positions. Daryl in fourth with Jolly Boy John in fifth. Quincy in sixth with Sinful seventh. Scott in eighth. Andernan in ninth. And Skid Solo, your top 10. T. Brand in 11th, Toberson in 12th, Kwan in 13th, Ukisukas 14th, Rush Naziri 15th. And then that is your finishing order this evening. Kovikska in 16th, crashed out. No Sebo, crashed out. Pleasant Snake, Herman and Truckster all came a cropper this evening. But congratulations once again to Mr. Welter, who wins the sprint race here this evening. Andy in second and Energetic 6 in third. A phenomenal effort from the few drivers there. So as the drivers and teams have themselves a little break screwy here, we'll have a look at our full replays here one moment. Let me just get them up here. From the sprint race, it was absolutely jam-packed full of highlights here. Action all the way through. So, how are them tyres looking? 8% on a few of these cars. Let me have a look ski here. Highlight reel. Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. Right, let's have a look at this one now. So this is lap 2 of 9. Issues for a few of these drivers. So they're going to be struggling by the end of it. Let's have a look and see what everyone's on. A good mixture of mediums and softs in the race here this evening. So interesting to see how that strategy pans out. Truckster's on the back of Herman though. Lining Herman up. Oh, look at Herman catching the rear end through there. He just caught it. What a great save. They make their way through there. So Truckster's past Herman. Then Herman's right on the back of Truckster. Herman's having some awful issues with his tyres. He's already on 16% here. He's really going to be struggling by the end of it. Oh no, look at that. Truckster's wide. Crash! I can't believe it! Bowing him around in the race. Unbelievable! Mr. Welter as well in the slipstream is Rush Naziri. We're right on board the Alpine driver towards the braking zone of turn 1. We pull out to the slipstream, to the braking zone, to the inside. Hard on the brakes here. We're side by side through the first corner. In through the exit of the chicane as well. We're still side by side on the exit. Rush Naziri has the elbows out and he's going to go through the inside in Curva Grande to take the race lead and the safety car restart. What a phenomenal maneuver. We're so hard on these soft tyres. Can he keep it together? That's going to be the question. The rest of the field making their way through as well. Quincy and Jolly Boy side by side, so they get through there. Nicely done. Oh, there's somebody into the wall. That's Pleasant Snake out of the race. Disaster by Pleasant Snake, and it's another safety car. 2 Alfa Romeos have ended up at the same corner, crashed out on 2 different sides of the track. Disaster. The Aston Martin loose through there. Unfortunately dropped 7/10 now from the car up in front, so that did not work out at all. Scott into 10th position. Good restart by Scott. Gonna try and get himself some points. Skid Solo's been relegated to 11th, unfortunately. Daryl's crashed. He spun. Daryl spun and Rush Naziri has spun. What's up to happening here? I can't believe it. So there you go. That was a fantastic sprint race we have just witnessed here for the SSRL. And once again, we're waiting for the drivers to get themselves back into the cars and to get themselves ready. But it's been a phenomenal sprint race, as you just seen. And if it's anything to go by, this Grand Prix, this feature race Grand Prix is going to be one mad run of it here this evening. So the drivers are starting their warm-up lap here this evening. Mr. Welter leads them away from pole position. Excuse me. Andy's in second with Energetic 6 in third with Daryl in fourth. Quincy in fifth with Sinful down in sixth. Scott in 7th, Andernan 8th with Skid Solo 9th, Jolly Boy John in 10th with T-Bran 11th, Thomason in 12th with Kwan 13th, Kiss 14th, Rush Naziri down in 15th with Kovic 16th, No Sebo 17th, Pleasant Snake in 18th with Herman in 19th, and Truckster. Our running order this evening and our 20 drivers on track. Let me jump back up towards the front of the field here. Is there anything we can have a look at? Let's have a look at the car telemetry here. And the tyres for these drivers for the race. So a very good mix of soft, medium and hard out there. Some a few more than others, but they're all very evenly spaced, even Stevens as well. And we'll see how the strategies work out here this evening. I suspect it's a one-stop strategy for most drivers. That's the aim of the game here this evening. No Sebo has joined, so some drivers having some technical difficulties out there. 27 laps on the board this evening. As Mr. Wouter leads the pack into the final corner. They're all going through their final preparations here. What kind of a strategy do they have for the race? That's going to be the question. Mr. Wouter's on an old set of softs, it would seem. And Andy's on a brand new set of mediums on the inside. So, as the drivers start to line up into their grid hatchings here, this is the SSRL. It's a silly season racing league. It's round 9 from Monza, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. Check out the link in the description. It's the best way to support the channel. Mr. Wouter lines up in pole position with Andy joining him on the front row. We await the green flag here. Indeed. We are under starters orders. We have lights. We've got 4. We've got 5. And we are racing. What an absolute cracker from second position as he jumps Mr. Wouter down towards the braking zone. Quincy's got an absolute flyer on them hards as well. Down into the braking zone. We've got yellow flags already. I'm not quite sure how that's happening, but everyone else starting to get through. We've already got a safety car. Quan's out of the race already. Everyone's piled in. I don't know what's after happening. Oh no. Disaster. Quan's out of the race. What's after happening? And everyone's not going to be happy. A camper with that one. It's a first corner calamity here. Drivers getting caught out into the braking zone. We've got a few broken front wings. Jolly Boy John has had an issue. And Kwan has had an issue as well. Herman down in 19th. Unbelievable. What's after happening to Herman? Herman's passing Jolly Boy. But let's have a look at that replay and see if we can decipher what exactly happened. So everyone gets a good start. Andy gets a phenomenal start. Jumps Mr. Wouter down into turn 1 off the start line. But it's really towards the back of the pack. So there's a bit of contact there. Okay. So you can just see one of the Mercedes. Is it the jerks to the left-hand side? Contact being made. Yes, it is indeed. There it is there. Just there underneath Skid Solo's name. You see the Alpine just starting to career off into the grass. And then, look at that. There's a Ferrari backwards in the background. The Alpine there as well, crashing out of the race. And that is unfortunate for a lot of these drivers. There's the other the Mercedes on the inside of that there as well. So that's what's after happening. Let's have a look here. Darrell's past Mr. Wouter. Mr. Wouter's had an issue under safety car. What's after happening there? Mr. Wouter spun under safety car. No idea. Anyway, we'll wait and see. Plenty of drivers in the pits. No Sebo, Kisukus, Herman, Jolly Boy, Skid Solo, everyone getting new tyres and new front wings perhaps. Anderdan's just come out there as well, so big issues here. So leading the way now is Andy with Daryl is second, Mr. Wouter third, Energetic 6 in fourth, Quincy fifth, Sinful sixth with Scott in seventh, Towerson in eighth with Kovacs in ninth, and T-Bran your top 10, Rush Naziri in 11th with Pleasant Snake in 12th, Truckster 13th, Andernan down in 14th, Kismikus in 15th, no Sebo 15th, Kismikus 16th, Herman in 17th, Jolly Boy in 18th, and Skid Solo in 19th. We've lost Kwan. Where are people passing on the safety car? I have no idea. One more lap of safety car though, and we will be back under green flag racing here this evening. So, can we get more than a few hundred meters? On the restart, we'll wait and find out. Everyone needs to sort themselves out into the braking zone first and foremost. A few of these drivers behind Herman and go piling in there with a lot of steam, but they've got fantastic brakes, keeping them nice and warm. Lap 3 of 27. We will be back to green flag racing at the end of this lap. And we look forward to it. Indeed. Towards Lesmo 1 and 2. The Formula 1 drivers go. Keeping their tyres, their brakes. And this gives them a little bit of a moment to try and strategize when can they come in for them hard tyres to go to the end. That is one to consider. Will the hards last? Safety car in at the end of this lap. Happy days. Jolly Boy, Skid Solo, the no Sebo, all gonna go try it. Truckster's in there too. Anyway, so as we get ready to go back to green flag racing, it's up to Andy to bring us back to racing. Now we've seen in the sprint race that it's not the best idea to accelerate through the final corner because you're going to give a slipstream all the way down the straight. But again, everyone's going to be anticipating here. We've accelerated here. It's a nose to tail restart for the Formula 1 drivers. Down towards the first corner we go. T-Bran already passing Kovacs back there, so a great restart from T-Bran. Everyone files into the braking zone at turn 1 once more. Side by side, almost contact with a few drivers, but they keep it going, keeping her lit. And on the exit, we make our way towards Curva Grande now. Thomason and Scott going side by side. Scott's going to try it around the outside here. He is indeed. Into the braking zone, there's contact made, and who's this Alpine behind? Look at it getting so sketchy there. It is indeed. This is into Lesmo 1 and 2. Is it going to be okay? They just about sort themselves out. On the exit, everyone loosey-goosey trying to get the run on the car up in front. They are indeed. No Sebo. And Co was us. So everyone's battling hard here. Andernan. No Sebo. Inside, not quite able to do it. Around the outside goes Herman. Good move by Herman. And he is into 15th position. Truckster and Co battling side by side down the back straight towards Parabolic it for the first time of asking in green flag racing. They get away with it. Sinful and Quincy side by side up in front as well. But this is a 2 wide pack here. We're almost 4 wide. 3 wide definitely down the front straight. And now it's all about Dan Dare on the brakes into turn 1. It's Jugster and Rush Naziri. Naziri round the outside, and he's made up a phenomenal amount of positions. What a move by Rush Naziri. Can he continue it around the outside of Jugster through Curva Grande? Not quite able to get there. Not quite able to do it. Torberson and Co. side by side into the braking zone of the chicane. Just getting away with it on the exit there as well. Herman's up the inside of Torberson. Tremendous trust there. Jolly Boy's up the inside as well. So Torberson's getting pushed out here, pushed wide and down the order. He's coming back at the Ferrari driver though, pulls to the inside for the braking zone. Not able to make it stick. Under pressure from the no Sebo behind now as well. He gets himself in line. Scott's on the back of T-Brown here, as Andy is pulled away by a 1.3 second advantage as the DRS is enabled this lap. Ivor, what's the story, you legend? What's up, Scott? Hey, Rush, Ivor. Nice to see us in the old chat. So the pack make their way through the chicane, through Curva Grande. As everyone's found themselves in a bit of a DRS train here. Oh, who's that runner boy? That's Rush Naziri. Rush is going to have to give that position up and almost going to lose on here. The Pleasant Snake. Snake around the outside. Takes extreme measures and immediate tactic to take advantage of that mistake. Good pass by Pleasant, and it's going to be Andernan going to try it on now behind as well. In the Haas, Scott and T-Bran have gone side by side. So there we go. T-Bran's being promoted. So Scott eventually gets by. And now it's going to be Kovicska behind. He's going to be trying to make moves on the Williams driver. Yellow flag, sector 3. Somebody's had a spin. It's Kismikus. Hopefully he can keep it out of the wall and keep us going. As this is the slipstream central. Scott has no answer here. Kovicska's getting a triple slipstream. He's going to pull out of the inside to T-Brand towards the braking zone. Kovicska down the inside. Knockout, quite able to do it. And Scott relinquishes 2 positions in 1 corner, perhaps living to fight another day. Keeping an eye on that battle for 2nd position as well. Kovicska right in the thick of it here. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 car battle perhaps. Jolly Boy up the inside. Oh no. Jolly Boy's spun. Disaster for Jolly Boy in the Ferrari. Darrell's 2 tenths behind. Almost thought about the maneuver. Didn't quite get there. The rest of the pack making their way through the exit of Ascari now. Who's that Pleasant Snake? So Herman's leading the rear of the pack here. Darrell's past Mr. Wouter for 2nd position. He has indeed. Can Mr. Wouter attack back into the braking zone? I don't think he's going to be quite close enough. Quincy and Simple side by side. Simple can't quite get there under the brakes. And look at this. Electric 6 runs extremely deep. And he's going to be under pressure now. Pleasant Snake. Here we go. Here is the battle of Carthage. Jugster, Naziri, Snake, all once again finding each other on the same piece of tarmac. How did they get through Curva Grande? We're still side by side. 2 deep here into the braking zone. Oh, Herman's nearly spinning under the brakes. He's spinning on the exit. Herman's been collected by Andernan, and in fairness, you have to say, oh lads, what a disgrace. What kind of a re-entry was that? What kind of a re-entry was that? That's a terrible re-entry. Disaster, that one. They should have to give that position back to Cobblestone now, in fairness. Anyway, the stewards can have a look at that one afterwards. That was awful. Andonan's crashed out of the race and has brought out another safety car. I can't believe it. Andonan through a scary chicane into the wall and out of the Grand Prix. It's the second safety car, and we have a lot to talk about. It's unbelievable stuff here. Who is this? A few drivers making their way into the pits, some of them not able to get there. But going on through. Okay, interesting. So everyone's pitting here, most of the people anyway. Who's going to be disadvantaged to this safety car now? Andy, Darrell and Mr. Welter all continued on. Anyway, while the pack sort themselves out, let's have a look at this full replay here. Because this is what, well, the guys there, Andernan and co, having a battle all the way through the back of the pack here. They're going to have an issue into the chicane. Herman's loose though. Herman's already crashed himself basically. And he's cut back in front of... Yeah, so let's bring that back there. So Herman's loose into the brakes, loses the rear, clips his teammate while he's out of control. Almost straightens the car back up. In the meantime, the Haas is going to shoot into that gap. And the Aston Martin's going to, Alfa Romeo is going to try and take, I don't know, that's a bit of one and a half, a dozen of the other in a way, but they've both had a spin. And now look, we're right on board with Toberson, who takes the chicane perfectly fine, all within his limits. And now look at this. Herman the German on the right hand side rejoining the track in an unsafe manner. Hardly gives Toberson any space whatsoever. Toberson takes a void in action to the left hand side, and he's got wheels in the grass already. And look at this, it's Andernan coming back on with even less room for the AlphaTauri driver. He's gone onto the grass and now he's onto the brakes. He can't slow down. And he runs wide and gives them guys back to positions. So there you go. That's my 2 cents with that one. So we're on the safety car here. I'm going to bring up the highlight reel if I can. No, I think that's the only one for the moment. Okay. So, the field have been caught up. Trugster's made his way into the lead. Andy's in second. Trugster still hasn't stopped. Disaster for Trugster. Andy's the first one there. Now Sebo skid solo on hards. They're going to the end. Darrow in 5th. New set of hards. Mr. Welter, new set of hards. Everyone else on 1 lap out medium or hards. So hopefully that'll get the guys to the end. We'll see how it goes. Maybe one more lap of safety car here. We're gonna have my quick pit stop myself. This is the SSRL, the Silly Season Racing League, Round 9 from Monza, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. And we'll be back after these short messages. Introducing the Ultimate Racing Notebook, your indispensable companion for every motorsport racer. This sleek, purpose-built notebook is designed to enhance your racing experience. Take notes after every session. Make each drive count. Write down and review incidents, lap times, and your performance. This racing notebook comes equipped with dedicated time slots for personal and session bests for each race event. Now you can keep track of practice sessions, qualifying laps and the main race with precision, allowing you to easily note down the critical moments of each session. In the notes section you can capture every detail, whether you want to jot down driver insights, strategies or highlight standout moments. The notes section provides you with the canvas to document the essence of each race. The racing notebook is not just a journal, it's a comprehensive tool to enhance your racing experience. Whether you're a casual fan or a dedicated motorsports aficionado, this notebook is the perfect companion to fuel your passion for racing and gain lap time and consistency. Now you join me back here. Just gonna close that door as the safety car is in at the end of this lap. Happy days. So, Chuckster is our race leader. We'll wait to see what kind of a restart he gets. He's already accelerated. Look at this. He's almost gained 7/10 of an advantage. Andy right behind is after being caught napping, and so has half the field. Absolute great restart here, but Andy's right on the back of him, using all the ERS as he possibly can. The Chuckster pulls to the inside. Does he need to? I don't think he does need to. He's there, he's into the braking zone, and he is golden. What a restart by Chuckster, the only one not to have pressure at the end of it. Yeah, some of the guys are locking up here, nearly losing some front wings. Everyone continuing on nicely indeed. But Chuckster is side by side at Andy now. Andy pulls to the outside under the brakes. Oh no! Chuckster spun it! Absolute disaster! Oh my word, locks the rears, and that's the story. Absolute disaster for Chuckster from first to 17th. Well, you can't blame a guy for trying, in fairness. Mr. Wouter passes no Sebo here as well. T-Brand is side by side. Excuse me. Into Ascari, just makes the maneuver. Oh, look at this squirrely. Who is this? That is Quincy. Just about saves it. They're all nearly going to have an accident down the back straight. What a save by Quincy. And in fairness, he just about kept it on the track, and well deserved too. Who is this? Side by side. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right into the pack of it here. It's like a triple. It's like a NASCAR restart this already. They're double wide. 2 rows deep. Into the braking zone. Rush Naziri has made his way back into 9th position. He'll be happy with that one. A good effort for now. Electric 6 has got a fantastic run on no Sebo. He pulls to the outside through Curva Grande. Can he keep it there on the exit? Not quite able to. Scott side by side at the Haas. Look how close these guys are rubbing off each other. The Haas runs wide into the braking zone. Contact is made. And Scott makes the maneuver. Herman the German up the inside. Herman's going to get 2 cars in 2 corners. Cracking stuff, and Kovacs and Scott have still not finished their battle here. Kovacs goes up the inside and makes the maneuver. Unbelievable racing by all these drivers. Herman says thank you very much, and he's gone up the road. Well, everyone into Ascari. Jolly Boy's wide through Ascari there as well. Everyone needs to take a chill pill here. There's still plenty of racing left to go in this Grand Prix. As we jump up to, oh, go away. Energetic 6 and no Sebo battling hard through the right-hander of the final corner. Look at this, Quincy's up the slipstream as well. Pulls to the outside, there's Quincy on Energetic 6 towards the braking zone. We go between these 3 drivers. 6 is up the inside, Quincy can't quite make it. Oh no, Sebo's into the back of Quincy. He's crashed into the Avatari. He's lost some front wing. And I'm telling you, what was looking like a very subdued race at the very start of it has turned into anything but here. Quincy up the inside of Energetic 6. He gets the maneuver. Look at this. Rush Naziri is there now as well, piling pressure on. So this is not over yet for a lot of these drivers. Now Sebo pulling out of the way of a lot of cars back there, perhaps suffering with a bit more damage than expected. Rush Naziri, DRS open again once more for the Alpine driver, but Energetic 6 also has the DRS up in front into the Ascari chicane. Yellow flags out there. Somebody had a spin. Oh no, Rush Naziri, oh my word, he saves it! Almost out of the race, he keeps it off the wall and continues. What is going on? The absolute madness here this evening. Everyone is pushing extremely hard and you can tell every single moment of it. Mr. Welter down the inside of Darrell into turn 1. And he makes that maneuver stick. Energetic 6 up the inside of Quincy once again. So these two have pretty much a match made in heaven now at this stage. Quincy runs wide. Energetic gets the run on the exit through Curva Grande, and T-Bron starting to make his way up as well. Energetic 6 around the outside of Curva Grande. Can't quite get there, so he has to pull back in behind Quincy towards the braking zone. Quincy covers that off nicely indeed, and everyone settles down once again for a moment. Inside, look at Energetic 6 into Ascari, pulls out at the last second, makes the maneuver, and Quincy has no answer. And this is bringing in the rest of the pack here. As you can see, there isn't even a car's width between them. Quincy to the outside of Parabolica. T-Bron's going to have a fantastic slipper stream now, and Mr. Welter's on the push. He's on the charge to try and catch Andy for the race lead, but it's T-Bron with a triple slipstream. Pulls to the inside of Quincy. Quincy pulls to the inside of 6. And it's 2 cars, is it? No, Quincy gets the maneuver. T-Bron gets the maneuver. So Quincy and T-Bron up 1. Energetic 6 down 2, unfortunately for himself. Rush Naziri and Scott still battling hard back here as well. So I think everyone's just settled it in momentarily here. Regrouping, gathering themselves before another push here. T-Bron's on the back of Quincy through Lesmo too. He's going to get DRS here as well, so that's going to bring him right back into contention. Quincy won't have to block now, but he will by the end of the next straight. So through Ascari, Quincy keeps it nice there. He did have a scare earlier on, so he will be sacrificing some time through there just to make sure his car doesn't get loose once again. Towards Parabolica we go. T-Bron up the inside. Quincy defends it around the outside, but T-Bron is going to make the maneuver, and he gets 4th position. Quincy pulls into the slipstream just before Energetic 6 was able to block him off. But as Quincy crossed that DRS line later than T-Bron, he doesn't get the DRS this time around. Disaster. Scott. Who's this? Herman up the inside. What are you doing, Herman? Herman, oh my word, what is this? An absolute disaster by Herman. And that's just out of control by Herman into the braking zone there. Don't quite know what happened. Can he get the anchors on this time around? He does. Out of nowhere, Herman going for the RKO. Perhaps just locked up, outbroke himself, and that's all you can do then at that stage is pray you don't hit someone. Good evasive maneuvers in fairness by Herman. Everyone else lucky not to crash as well. So it's Sinful on the back of Scott here. It's going to be yellow flag sector 2. Who was crashed? That's Pleasant Snake, is it? No, I think it was Kiss and Kiss once again. Rush Naziri down the inside of Sinful, gets the maneuver done, and is now going to go after Scott up in front, but I don't think he's going to be in the DRS, so I think Sinful's going to get DRS. He is indeed. The car up in front, and Rush is using a lot of his ERS here just to keep going. Such a heavy braking zone into turn one. You can be forgiven if it catches you out, because that is a very hard corner to get through. Look at Mr. Welter, so loose through the chicane. These drivers are finding it extremely difficult. Very low grip out here this evening. Sector 2, yellow flag. Energetic 6 is tumbling down the order. He is indeed. He's on the inside here of the chicane. Absolute disaster from 6. He's across now. Go, 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 go. You're going to get stuck on the curb. He's back going again. Good man. Energetic. Unfortunately for himself, he's lost out a bit of a position. Rush Naziri passes Scott. And they've caught up to Quincy here. So Quincy's fallen back tremendously. His Quincy had an issue. Oh no, he passed these guys. So they're catching back up with Quincy. Okay. Bring up the tyres and see what they're saying. Alright, so everyone's on 9-lap old hards. 9-lap old mediums for Quincy. 10-lap old hards for Rush. 10-lap old mediums for Scott here. Herman's crashed in sector 3. Herman has crashed out of the race. I can't believe it. There he is there on the inside of Ascari. And that's Herman. His day has gone from bad to worse to absolute disaster. Unbelievable stuff from Herman. He's not going to be happy camper there with that one. What so bit. No, Sebo joined through under a safety car. Okay, so that's going to bring the cat amongst the pigeons. Everyone's going to be in for a set of softs now. One would assume. Plenty of space between drivers. You'd have to come in for a set of softs. Surely. Drugster might be in a good position here. He can continue on, although he's quite a fair bit back now at this stage. Perhaps he could have got the overcut on a lot of these drivers, but he's too far back. Especially under safety car. So, here we are. Andy, Mr. Wilder and Darrell into the pit lane. Shortly followed by T-Bran, Quincy and Rush Naziri. Drugster, drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car. So he's got 2 of them now. Long before he's disqualified, unfortunately. He had a fantastic start to this race. A solid and phenomenal job to keep up there. But it's just dropped back ever so slightly, and that's the way it goes. So the pack make their way through and out of the chicane. So it's going to be an even shorter sprint now. It's going to be 6, maybe 5 laps towards the end. And everyone's on brand new softs or brand new mediums. Hey, why did we do the last 20 laps? I tell you why. It's been an absolute phenomenal Grand Prix so far for the SSRL. It's round 9 from Monza, brought to you by the Racing Notebook and KamiKayGifts. We're going to have a quick look-ski here at some replays. Yes, we are indeed. So, the Aston Martin. You've got 5. So yeah, let's have a look at the highlight reel here. We'll bring it up and we'll let you guys have a look at the race so far as we're underneath caution here for the 3rd time in the SSRL. And we are racing. What an absolute cracker from 2nd position as he jumps Mr. Welter down towards the braking zone. Quincy's got an absolute flyer on them hards as well, down into the braking zone. We've got yellow flags already. I'm not quite sure how that's happening, but everyone else is starting to get through. We've already got a safety car. Quan's out of the race already. Everyone's piled in. I don't know what's after happening. Oh no. Legend Snake, here we go. Here is the battle of Carthage. Jokester, Naziri, Snake, all once again finding each other on the same piece of tarmac. How did they get through Curva Grande? We're still side by side. Too deep here into the braking zone. Oh, Herman's nearly spinning under the brakes. He's spinning on the exit. Herman's been collected by Andernan, and in fairness, you have to say, of Carthage, Jokester, Naziri, Snake, all once again finding each other on the same piece of tarmac. How did they get through Curva Grande? We're still side by side. Too deep here into the braking zone. Oh, Herman's nearly spinning under the brakes. He's spinning on the exit. Herman's been collected by Andernan, and in fairness, you have to say, oh lads, what a disgrace. Golden, what a restart by Jokester. Not to have pressure at the end of it. Yeah, some of the guys locking up here, nearly losing some front wings. Everyone continuing on nicely indeed. But Jokester is side by side at Andy now. Andy pulls to the outside under the brakes. Oh no! Jokester spun it! Absolute disaster! Oh my word, locks the rears, and that's the story. From first to 17th. Well, you can't blame a guy for trying. In fairness, Mr. Wouter passes no Sebo here as well. T-Bran is side by side. Excuse me. Into Ascari, just makes the maneuver. Oh, look at this, squirrely. Who is this? That is Quincy. Just about saves it. They're all nearly going to have an accident down the back straight. Curva Grande, can he keep it there on the exit? Not quite able to. Scott side by side at the Haas. Look how close these guys are rubbing off each other. The Haas runs wide into the braking zone. Contact is made. And Scott makes the maneuver. Herman the German up the inside. Herman's going to get two cars in two corners. Cracking stuff, and Kovacs and Scott have still not finished their battle here. Kovacs up the inside and makes the maneuver. Up to Energetic 6 and no Sebo battling hard through the right-hander of the final corner. Look at this, Quincy's up the slipstream as well. Pulls to the outside, there's Quincy on Energetic 6 towards the braking zone. We go between these three drivers. 6 is up the inside, Quincy can't quite make it. Oh no, Sebo's into the back of Quincy. He's crashed into the Avatari. But a bit more damage than expected. Rush Naziri, DRS open again once more for the Alpine driver, but Energetic 6 also has the DRS up in front into the Ascari chicane. Yellow flags out there. Somebody had a spin. Oh no, Rush Naziri, oh my word, he saves it! Almost out of the race, he keeps and he gets fourth position. Quincy pulls into the slipstream just before Energetic 6 was able to block him off. But as Quincy crossed that DRS line later than T-Bran, he doesn't get the DRS this time around. Disaster. Scott, who's this? Herman up the inside. What are you doing, Herman? Herman, oh my word, what is this? An absolute disaster, boy. Now, we are back to green flag racing here. Just a vow, it's up to Andy to bring us back to racing. It's a safety car in at the end of this lap, and we are green. When does he go? He accelerates now at 23 laps out of 27 on the clock here. Drivers cannot be passed until the line. Don't think anyone gave Jokester the old message. We're side by side towards the braking zone. This is going to be intense. The pack making their way through nicely. There's a Ferrari, a Jolly Boy John sneaking up the inside in the background there very nicely. And immediately brought back. Jokester's having issues as well. Kismakus and Co having issues on the exit. Yes, they are indeed. We're alright so far. Look at this. Darrell up the inside of Mr. Welter. He is indeed. He takes second position on lap 23 of 27. And the battle is really starting to heat up now with everyone out in front. It looks as if Kismakus and Trucksters had a bit of a spin through the second chicane. We won't worry about that one too much as we get ourselves back up to speed. We have a look at Quincy. We're right on board. We're rushing this area this time. It's going to be a few cars up in front. We're trying to pile the pressure on into the braking zone. Not quite able to get there this time. And everyone keeping their noses clean. It is Russian Aziri up the inside of Quincy into the braking zone of Parabolica. He makes the maneuver stick and he gets 5th position. That's a good effort there. Jolly Boy and Pleasant Snake going hard at it. Yes, they are indeed. Front wing gone by Jolly. He's crashed. Pleasant Snake has crashed as well. They've both had an accident. It's been an absolute disaster for a lot of these drivers here this evening. Monza, the Autodromo of Speedo, the Autodromo of Speed has not been kind to many people here this evening, but it's all about who makes the least mistakes. You can hear the cars locking up into the braking zone. The pressure is well and truly mounting here on lap 24 and 27. We're coming to the crescendo of the Grand Prix. To the final few laps here. Who's it going to be? Let me know in the chat who you think's going to win the race. And we shall find out in the next 5-6 minutes, I suppose. Into the braking zone for Ascari for the 24th time of asking. And the exit there. Everyone's had at least one clencher through there this evening. A few of them have come a cropper all right. A few of them have avoided the wall just about. And look at this, up the inside is Mr. Welter on Darrell. The DRS is enabled this time around. Lap 25 and 27 and across the line we go. Darrell's backed off into the slipstream there. Into the braking zone we go. Quincy has got Rush Naziri up the inside. Rush mounts the curb and can't quite get that done, although he is there on the acceleration. Through Curva Grande, side by side we go. Quincy is going to get the momentum now on the outside. He does indeed. Into the braking zone we go. Very close between them. And I'd say there was literally a car's width and nothing more left for Rush Naziri. Done well to back out of that one. He's going to try and gain the momentum on Quincy up in front through Lesmo too, which he does. DRS is open here as well. Into the braking zone of Ascari. Not quite able to pull out at the last second. Thought about it, but thought better of it. Quincy needs to get his skates on. He needs to get to a second up in front. Yellow flags. Kismakus has crashed out of the race. True, Lesmo too, but it's not enough time for a safety car this time around. Rush Naziri passes Quincy there with a superior run through Ascari. And now Rush Naziri is going to try and go after T-Bran here. But Quincy's under pressure from Scott behind. Here we go into the braking zone. Quincy pulls back on Rush Naziri to the inside of the chicane. Can't quite get it done, but he had the run. Oh, look how loose Rush Naziri was on the exit. He's held up the rest of the drivers as well. Scott's going to try it around the outside. He puts Quincy into the box. He does. Quincy's been boxed in. What a phenomenal maneuver. Can Scott make the maneuver into the braking zone? No! Don't lose it, Scott. I can't believe it. He almost had it. He almost had it. Trying hard, but can't quite get the maneuver. That rear end locked at the last second. And you have to say, Quincy put him under pressure, and Scotty bottled it. So here we are, Darrell's on the back of Mr. Welter, but it's Andy who is your race leader, who's pulled away here on the penultimate lap. There's only going to be one lap left. As he crosses the line to start the final lap, there's 4 seconds between first and second. The question is, who's going to get second and who's going to get fifth? This is going to come right down to the wire. Yellow flag, sector 2. Energetic 6 has crashed with a phenomenal effort here this evening. Unfortunately, has come to nothing. Quincy up the inside, is he? Oh, my word, he tried it on. Rush Naziri was confident enough with his braking ability on the outside there. Darrell's catching Mr. Welter on the final lap. Not quite able to get there. Quincy's side by side of Rush. Rush Naziri gives him room. Quincy's up the inside towards Lesmo 1 and 2. Oh, Quincy shouldn't have given him that room, but he did. DRS is going to be coming up though shortly, and that's what Quincy's hedging his bets on, but he gets a awful run through Lesmo 2, which gives Rush Naziri the run down the straight here. I think Quincy will be ruining that mistake now. Anyway, oh my word! I can't believe it! Look at that! T-Bret, he makes a mistake! Unbelievable, but we're going to jump towards Andy. Rush Naziri made a mistake, but it's going to be Andy in the Mercedes who crosses the line and take the checkered flag. What an absolute legend! Mr. Welter comes home in second and Darrell in third. What a phenomenal race. How did they finish that one? I have no idea. What a cracking effort there. Rush Naziri comes home in ninth. Kovacs in simple. Skits. Oh man, Rush Naziri really did have an issue there. Oh, crossing the line. Pleasant Snake has a massive accident. Thomason's going to cross the line soon, but Jolly Boy John and Truckster is still out there. Truckster serving his 2 drive-through penalties. Fair play to him. Or has he? Yes, he has now at this stage. But it's Andy who takes the checkered flag here for the SSRL. What an absolute animal Grand Prix we have seen. Absolutely brilliant. Congratulations once again to Andy who takes the checkered flag and takes the spoils here this evening for the feature race. Mr. Welter joins him on the podium in second, and Darrell with a very valiant third here this evening. And I'm telling you, they will be happy campers with that one indeed. It was a race of attrition. The one who made the least mistakes was going to win it. But Andy takes the checkered flag and takes the spoils, the bragging rights. Here this evening, Mr. Welter in second and Darrell in third. What an absolute cracking race we have just witnessed. The trophies, the drivers are on the podium. What a fantastic podium in Monza. The trophies are given out, the celebrations are starting, the driver's happy, the team is happy. There's only one thing left to do. It's the champagne! What an absolute cracking Grand Prix we have had once again here for the SSRL. The feature race winner this evening is Andre, who takes the checker flag and the spoils. Mr. Welter joins him in second on the podium and Darrell in third. Very good stuff from the Scuderia driver this evening. T-Bran in fourth with Quincy in fifth. Simple sixth with Kovacs in seventh. Skid Solo eighth. Rush Naziri ninth. And Pleasant Snake are top 10. Thomason in 11th with Jolly Boy John in 12th. Truckster 13th. Scott 14th. And then we have Energetic 6 who crashed out. Kisukas, Nosebo, Herman, Andernan and Kwan all crashing out of the Grand Prix this evening. But again, once more, it's Andy who takes the race win with Mr. Welter in second and Darrell in third. So let's try and get a few of these guys in the commentary booth here for an old Chadarowski. Where am I going? Haha. So we've joined in here. Let's see if anyone will grace us with their presence this evening. It's been a phenomenal race once again by Andy, Mr. Welter and Darrell here this evening. And we look forward to next weekend. But yeah, the drivers must be just composing themselves after that one there. It's been a long, hot one here this evening. Mr. Welter joins us. Mr. Welter, second position. Congratulations. How do you feel after that one?
Yeah, pretty good to be fair. I had hopes of getting to P1, but I think Andrei was just a little bit quicker, and especially because Daddle overtook me every time. I was never able to stay in Andrei's DRS, so I think deserved result for myself, but nothing better than P2. I'm happy because it's a 25 points gain over Alfa Romeo, if my maths are correct.
Oh, fantastic. Fair play to you. It was really a race of attrition out there. Was there any scary moments? It seemed as if everyone had at least one moment through a scary. How was the car feeling for you? And was there any sketchy situations where you got away with it almost?
I don't know if you saw, but behind the safety car on the first corner, during the first safety car period, I don't know what happened, but I went into the gravel, and that's when and Daryl overtook me. But that was the only shady moment. I've done this race a lot of times on this game already, and I know that when the tires get older, you have to be very careful.
We didn't catch that, but I seen it on the timing screen and jumped straight towards you. And I was like, oh, did he spin under the safety car? But no, you've answered it there. It's very difficult, man, today. You want to see it. There's been a lot of action behind you there, and congratulations once again to get second here this evening.
Yeah, thank you. That's good.
Right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't seem as if Andy or Daryl are going to join us here this evening, but congratulations once again to Andy, who wins the race here this evening, Mr. Welter in second, who joined us kindly in the commentary booth this evening, and Daryl in third. We'll see you next week. Have a great one.